Episode 56. Thank you all for listening to episode 55, Mr. Big Chest, a Colonel Sanders biopic. I'm Gary here with
Ronald McDonald.
And
Burger King.
The entire store? Like the whole franchise, just everything.
You're Ronald McDonald.
Yeah, that's a person. You picked an entire just line of fast food
no,
restaurants.
I think he's the mascot, the Burger King.
Yeah.
I think he has a name, though, doesn't he? Is he like Mr. King or?
Yeah, Mr. King. I like that.
Dr. King.
You sound like you should be. You sound like you should be a 10th grade science teacher, Mr. King.
Mr. King?
I feel like that would be a 10th grade science teacher name.
No, I think it could be.
Could you teach science?
Nice, strong name. Science? No. Absolutely not.
What about anatomy?
Wow.
No. Got an F in that.
That doesn't surprise
That
me.
doesn't surprise.
It was.
What does your wife think about
bad. Huh?
What's your wife think about that?
Well, this was in high school, so I mean,
Definitely getting an F in anatomy in high school then.
Anything else, Brandon?
no. See, again, I'm talking about anatomy of the class, not a 12. I'm not being a 12-year-old boy talking about anatomy. He said anatomy.
Jokes on you. I have a mind of a 6-year-old, so big difference. Nerd.
This is true and great.
No, anatomy.
Mind of a 27-year-old.
What is it? Anatomy and physiology or whatever? Yeah, I got an F in that.
How?
Did you get an F in anything that you're going to teach?
No, absolutely not.
There's only 3 practicals.
No, in
Dissect a cat.
anatomy,
like, this is a cat.
Yeah, we had meat. Yeah, and that was awful. No, it was like there's 206 bones in the body.
Yeah, we had
name them all.
Yeah, that's what it was.
You know who was always the curve in my anatomy class?
Probably Brandon.
Sean from Crandall's Quality Lawn Care. 419-704-5471. Serves the Toledo and surrounding area and not.
Your science class.
That son of a bitch, he did. Made the curve. Do you remember Mr. Schneider?
Yep.
Right here is the heart in the chest. I'm like, oh my God, this guy is enormous.
Yeah, he would have killed you. He would have killed anybody. He still could.
He would have.
Yeah, the guy was
a big
insanely large. And, of course, thanks Wes Anderson, Moments in Time. Wes Anderson Music on Facebook. Give him a follow on Twitter, Songs by Wes. We already covered Crandall's. Thank you there. And on to Verizon. They do not wait for the future. They build it. Go to their website. Get in touch with a sales rep in your area. Thanks to PNC. Visit Cassandra PNC, who will help you with your banking needs, whether it be loans, credit cards, personal banking. She's there to help. Give her a call, 419-877-0634. Thanks to Charlie's Dodge. Visit Ben Meyer. Give him a call at 419-893-0241. Let's go right into All Elite Wrestling. So one quick thing that they are doing is Over the Budget Battle Royal at Double or Nothing, where the winner will get, what do you think they're going to get?
$1 million.
I'm going to quote this.
A hug.
Contract to fight the champion.
Something special.
That's it.
That's it.
Okay. Something special.
A cup of pumpkin spice coffee.
That is not special.
No, it's
Very
not.
special to me.
Hey, Brandon, why don't you tell us what happened a little bit on Raw this week?
What about, would something special be like a mouth hug from Charlotte?
For you.
A mouth hug?
Not for you?
No, wait a minute. A mouth hug where?
I don't need to specify. It's just a mouth hug.
Okay. Brandon, can you recap Raw?
Man. That was, 6 days ago?
What's the big thing that happened this week?
It's not Raw's War anymore.
Man, I wish it was. You used to have Raw.
How about
War,
the call-ups?
And then Warzone was the last half hour, almost last hour. Call-ups, yes. We had Tomas Ciampa. We had Johnny Gargano. We had Aleister Black. And we had, what is his name?
The man, dude. Ricochet.
Man. Ricochet, yes.
You mean Becky.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
No, those were the call-ups. Tommaso and Gargano. Tommaso, I'm sorry. Tommaso and Gargano had a tag team match on Monday. It was... Who did they fight?
The Revival.
Yeah, the Revival. They ended up beating them.
And by the way, they used to be a tag team in NXT, and they rivaled the Revival.
They brought that up. But
I know, right?
Ricochet fought with Finn Balor.
DIY. Yep. Against Lashley and Leo Rush. What do they call it? Bobby, what do they call it?
Lashley.
Lash Rush?
I don't know. Leo Rush is annoying to me.
That's going to be over, I'm pretty sure, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then, Who did Aleister Black fight on Monday? I think I fell asleep. You know?
Of course, you fell asleep. Elias. I fell
That's
asleep
right.
too.
I didn't see that match at all. But yeah, they got
beat
called up, and on Monday night.
That's exciting.
It was.
That was it? That's all that happened?
I was
Okay.
thinking Velveteen Dream was going to get called up as well, but I think those four are good. They'll be there. I think Gary, you said they're going to be on all three shows for about a month or two or whatever, probably till
Probably
WrestleMania.
for a while.
Yeah, just to get used to them, see how the crowd reacts to each, try to see who can fit in where, and then they'll permanently put them on whatever
And
show.
you cannot go with Monday's crowd, how they reacted to anything.
Yeah, that was
and hopefully
bad.
Vince doesn't look at it. They
Where
were
were they
so
at?
quiet. Louisiana.
Triple H came out and he started off and there was a point when you're looking at Triple H and Triple H was
like,
thinking
Why the fuck are we here?
Yeah, why aren't people what am I? He just had to keep on talking because he said NXT and they all they kind of went crazy, but he was cutting a promo and they weren't doing nothing.
And then Ronda in the main event beat Ruby Riott again. They keep doing this shit.
Yeah,
It's getting boring. Braun Strowman beat Baron Corbin again. Like when you're like, oh, they're gonna change it up. Nope, it's Braun versus Baron Corbin again in a tables match.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
that was kind of revenge for what
Just a
happened.
whole bunch of rematches from
last
Elimination
Sunday.
Chamber.
Yep.
Yeah.
Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins lost again to Lucha House Party.
You know what's probably going to happen with that? They're going to keep on losing. They're going to build up, him. Oh, he's got 300 losses, and then they're going to give him a tag team match, title match, and they're going to win.
Kind of like the B team who won the titles and now they're gone.
Yeah, you watch.
So Lacey Evans interrupted Heavy Machinery. All she did was weird. All she did was walk out
I saw that
and
too.
walk back.
Yeah.
And that's what she's been doing lately. I hate to see her go, but I love to watch her leave, as you can remember some of this stuff. Bailey and Sasha, they thanked the WWE Universe. It was heartfelt, but it was weird because it was scripted, and they don't do well with the scripted stuff. And we can talk a little bit about, that was kind of it for Raw, really. I mean, Drew McIntyre beat Dean Ambrose. He wanted to fight Seth Rollins, and Dean was like, well, no. Or he wanted to fight, Seth, and they're like, Triple H is like, well, you want to fight him instead? And Dean just comes and slaps him in the face. And it was a 2-minute job. So I'm starting to wonder more and more because he just jobbed to Drew McIntyre in 2 minutes. I'm like, okay, is this a work? Or is it not? They're
We're gonna find out, won't you?
I don't know. Paul Heyman came back, and what was weird about Paul Heyman was, him giving what did he do? He did a promo, promoting a promo of him cutting a promo about Brock's history.
Yeah, but then all of a sudden it was done. It was kind of weird.
Yeah, it was odd. They did it a couple times that night. It was weird all the way around.
Somebody came out afterwards. I can't remember. Oh, speaking of the call-ups, I forgot to say, with Gargano being up, he came up Monday, and then a couple days later, he lost his title to Velveteen Dream on NXT. So I think they're kind of setting up for him to.
That happened like a couple weeks ago, though. So it happened a couple weeks ago where Velveteen won it. He won the North American Championship.
I didn't know that.
They just didn't air it until Wednesday when we were recording the sports show. So it was interesting. So Velveteen, he's got that, which makes sense if you think about it. Because what was funny was he lost it. They taped it like 2 weeks prior. So Gargano still had the title going on Raw and SmackDown. But then on Wednesday they air it, and so now Velveteen has the title, in time.
Well, see, I didn't know that. So what? NXT's not live?
That one was not. They recorded
Oh, well,
that.
look at that. You learn something new every day.
Usually it is, but no, they recorded that a while back. And then what did they announce on NXT? What was the big announcement? Something with Dusty Rhodes.
Dusty Rhodes tag team tournament or
Classic,
something like that.
and somebody gets to fight the tag champs.
Yeah, 14.
We thought it was gonna be something bigger.
I've never heard of, but
It'll be good to get new guys on the show and get them exposed.
So SmackDown, did you happen to see any of SmackDown on Tuesday?
I did. I missed about the first 15, 20 minutes of it, but I caught the end of it.
So the big news coming from that is Kofi, which we'll talk about in
Yeah.
Elimination Chamber, is getting his one-on-one shot at Fastlane against Daniel Bryan, which will probably end up in a loss again. But I would love to see. I don't care. Give it to him for a month and let him go to WrestleMania and lose. I just want him to have the title once.
Yeah.
Now because what he did watching him in SmackDown, I'm like, this was unexpected when I was there in Toledo, and they gave it to him. I was like, holy shit, he was on for an hour? How awesome is that? So,
I mean, yeah, and I know we said we're going to get to it and talk about it, but watching the Elimination Chamber as well is the same thing. It was like, I actually thought he had a chance, It wasn't one of the, I was like, oh, shit, they might give him the belt. This would be pretty sweet.
Which is nice to see sometimes because we didn't expect it. Because he wouldn't have been there if Mustafa didn't get, well, I don't know if he was kayfabe hurt or not. But he wouldn't have been, he wasn't in there.
No.
Until later on.
Did you see, I'm stumping on the name, Bubba Ray Dudley, did you see his tweet?
No.
He's thinking Mustafa Ali's going to find his way to get into that triple threat match. Into that match to make it a triple threat. Daniel Bryan, Kofi, and Mustafa Ali.
It wouldn't be bad.
I saw that tweet the other day. I think it was, what was it, Wednesday? I think I saw that before we recorded. So
nice. And then, on the show you had Kofi, AJ Styles, and Jeff Hardy beat Daniel Bryan, Randy Orton, and Samoa Joe. Of course, Kofi got the hot tag and ended up, getting the Trouble in Paradise for the pinfall on Daniel Bryan. So that was big. And then McMahon afterwards, emerged backstage and said Kofi's going to get his shot. So pretty cool to see. I think we all want to see it. Of course, the NXT guys fought again. So what I learned from you on Wednesday, I did not know this, that Aleister Black is married to Zelina, who is Andrade's valet, so to speak, or manager. And he fought Andrade and beat him. And his wife is standing there on the side, which I did not know until you told me. Yeah,
I thought that I saw that I saw that they were married, and it was kind of funny because I saw a picture of them. They must have been standing up at the altar during their wedding or whatnot. But it was kind of funny because Aleister Black fought Andrade, and yes, Zelina was right there cheering on
and beat
Andrade.
Him. And then Ciampa and Gargano got into an altercation, just a shouting match basically with the bar backstage. And then Ciampa said they aren't there to set the bar; they're there to break the bar. Yeah. So they ended up beating the bar, which was pretty interesting. And then Ricochet beat Eric Young, which was fun too. There was interference attempts from Sanity from the outside, and Young put away with the 630. You saw the 630. You got to see a little bit of that highlight where it's a flip, but he ends up hitting him with his back and his head.
Yep.
Dude, to perfect that. Vince how he is now. He will not let you do anything until you
have
perfect
to do it right hundreds and hundreds of times.
And it's insane to watch.
It's gotta hurt, man.
I know you mess that up and you're landing on the back of your head.
Mm-hmm.
How nuts is that? So Shane ordered a rematch for Miz and Shane to fight the Usos. So they're going to do it in Cleveland at Fastlane. Mandy Rose beat guess who came back for a little bit. Asuka beat her via pinfall, and it wasn't for the title, but interesting to see. And then Charlotte Flair, of course, she ended up cutting a promo like she has the last couple of weeks, but nothing too exciting. It'll be interesting to see what happens. So something I wanted to talk about that I did not put on the agenda, just for you guys to get some ideas here. So Triple H has always had this idea of a WWE territory system. I think it's here now, and it shows with the NXT guys coming up,
right?
And putting them on Raw, SmackDown, and NXT. He's always been big about doing this type of territorial thing. What do you guys think about it?
I mean, obviously, like you said, it's kind of already happening. So it's something that's there. It's in the works, and I like it. I don't think that. I mean, it would be cool if they sent a couple of guys. Could you imagine having a couple of guys from Raw or SmackDown come down to NXT and just kind of not quote unquote invade? But
they're doing it with Sasha and Bayley. Their tag titles. Mm-hmm. They defend them on all three shows.
Okay,
that's something.
So that'll be interesting. It's something different. I like that. It's not all the same, and it's not everything that's you have to be on the big show to get these big belts. But also you could lose the belts on that, and it has a little bit more unpredictability in there.
What do you think, Brandon?
No, yeah, I think it's pretty cool. I mean, I agree with Bear. I think it's pretty good. We're already seeing it now. But yeah, that's really all I got on it.
Triple H has been a champion of this and has longed for it. Ultimately, we know it comes down to Vince. Do you think he goes for it? Especially now with AEW coming, I think he's kind of getting back on his heels. Things are changing up quite a bit because of what's going on. Do you think it actually sticks? The territorial system.
Yeah. I mean, why not?
Yeah, I think it does too.
It's already been going on, so
Yeah.
Right. So it'll be fun to see, like, if Sasha and Bailey were to lose them in NXT, that'd be fun.
yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. If it gives you a whole, it's going to get a couple more viewers probably around to these,
the
and
door for many opportunities.
it's probably more pushing WWE Network more than anything else. But it certainly does open opportunities that they can get more viewers there to say, hey, the Raw or SmackDown women titles, they can be lost on one of these shows. So I think it's more of a push to WWE Network.
And yeah, exactly. It's a push to that. It's a push for NXT because maybe they are bringing it up a little bit to be like the third show. I don't know if it gets a network. Maybe it does. That's what I thought Wednesday's announcement was going to be, that maybe it was going to be on FS1 later this year. On Wednesday while SmackDown's on Friday. Spread it out. It would be pretty interesting.
Right.
But with Tommaso Ciampa being on Raw or SmackDown or whatever, any of these guys, it could be getting called up. But they're not going to turn around and say that Sasha and Bailey fighting on NXT is getting demoted. So
Right.
that's going to, if anything, help because they're not going to say, oh, they're demoted to NXT. No, they're defending those titles.
Yeah, they're defending the belt on NXT. Absolutely.
So it'll be interesting. Like if you have the NXT champ lose it on Raw
That'd be pretty cool.
to somebody that's a main event star, not necessarily main event. What if you
Right.
lost it to Kofi?
Right, exactly.
Something like that. That'd be cool.
Yep.
I mean, it'd be neat because it's like, okay, well, people want to see Kofi. They know Kofi. And I think that's what they're really trying to do is bring these four guys up who are hard workers in Gargano, Black, Ricochet, and Ciampa.
Right.
And try to get people more to NXT, like you're saying, to the network. I think it could work
Yeah,
if they do it with the right people.
Yeah, exactly. If they keep it up and they make it unpredictable, that's the biggest thing.
Right.
Is they got to keep this unpredictable and have some of these belts change and not be just so not good matches get you to that point. That's great, but the one with Kofi and Daniel Bryan, you had a chance to think it was going to happen, and like I said, we'll get there. It didn't, but when you have these other NXT folks, or even like you said, there are SmackDown folks come down to NXT, it gives you just a whole new opportunity to be able to put in good storylines and unpredictable storylines that, as a wrestling fan, you like to see. I mean, it's what we grew up with. You grew up with storylines that were fairly unpredictable, and you didn't really know what was going to happen next. And I know it's a whole different era than what it was then, but you can still do that now. You don't need, that TV 14 quote unquote mature audience to, or a mature storyline to do that. You can still make good storylines out of this, and it doesn't have to be an invasion. That's why they need to call up. We've already seen the invasion shit plenty. That's old now. We don't.
Right.
They need something else for a couple of years. They could do an invasion later on in 5-6 years, but not now.
The plan was if they got the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega, they were going to do an invasion angle. There was the hearsay about it.
Right, and that would have been fine because then you can bring in more people that way, but not, because it's not invasion if you're invading your own show. Like you said, they already did that once. They did that with, that was NXT, right?
Well, they kind of touch on a little run Survivor Series, but other than that.
Well, yeah, they had Nexus?
Right, Nexus.
You're either Nexus
Or you're against us.
Stupid as shit ever.
Really dumb.
All right, so let's get into Elimination Chamber. We all watched it.
Yeah. Oh,
Yes.
I caught. When did I start watching it? No, I caught the end of the women's elimination. So I caught the end of the first match.
I remember the main went on at 9:15,
Yeah.
and I was like, okay, this is going to not last an hour and a half.
Ended at like 10:20. It was
10:20,
great.
10:25, we're like,
So
all right,
nice.
let's go to bed.
Why don't they do that more often? That was fantastic.
No shit. No shit. So first match, we all took three different people. So Brandon took the Iconics, I took Nia and Tamina, and Bear took the Boston Hug Connection, who ended up
Winning.
going in first and winning the titles. Who did they end up pinning for that?
The Iconics, wasn't it? Or no?
No, it was
The Riot Squad.
Right? Yeah, the Riot Squad.
Okay.
Or was
I mean-
it? Yeah, Mandy and Sonya, right?
Yeah. It was Mandy and Sonya.
Yeah,
it wasn't the Riot Squad.
not the Riot Squad. Yeah,
It was Mandy and Sonya.
Yeah, it was
Yep.
Mandy
But
and
did you
Sonya.
see that pin? Was it the Iconics that had that crazy double pin? Where they double pinned, I think, Naomi? You have to go back and check that out.
yeah,
They did
I'll-
that
I'll
crazy
check that out,
pin.
'cause I
The
don't
pin
remember.
was nuts, but it was pretty sweet to see.
Yeah, I mean, they're the most tenured there. That was my thought, The ones who are tenured are going to win that. I felt like that was going to be the easiest pick. I mean, they're obviously the crowd favorites, everyone knows. But from what I saw, the last 10 minutes of the match or whatever, I thought they were pretty good too.
Yeah, I totally agree. And, I don't remember the card order. I'm just going by how we have this listed in our picks. By the way, Bear was 6-1, I was 5-2, and Brandon was 4-3. So overall, Bear's 14-2. I am 14-3 because I got that bonus point for getting the Final Four in the Royal Rumble. In the women's, I believe. And then Brandon's 10-6. And Jake, who missed the last one, he is 5-4.
Should go 0-7 on this one.
Yeah, you should.
We should do that. Be like, hey, Jake, I should just ask him, who's going to win these matches and act like they didn't happen?
You're right. He wouldn't.
He wouldn't have any idea.
He
wouldn't. Bear, I need your pick. Bear. Sorry about that. It's Jake, I need your picks, not Bear. I apologize for that.
I already put my picks in.
Yeah, I know. So I'm going to see him tonight, so maybe I will just ask him and see what he comes up with. It'll be interesting.
Yep.
I want to know his record. I'll make sure I let you guys know, and then, of course, we'll recap it on next week's show.
Yeah.
So, next, what?
What?
What's your problem?
Do you have an issue, sir?
Never mind.
Are you deaf?
Okay, yeah, I think this guy doesn't know what's going on.
Of course he doesn't know what's going on. He's staring at the TV like normal. This is why we can't turn on a match until it needs to start.
Go ahead. I'm good. I just, I had a little moment there where I got a little confused. I saw something and...
What'd you see?
Don't worry about it. Proceed.
I think he saw Lita.
Proceed. What was Lita wearing?
I have no idea. Wasn't worried about it.
Were your glasses off? Or are you fogging up?
No, they're not fogging up.
Fogging. The heck is fogging?
That's what I said. Fogging.
You said fogging.
Like, hey, fucker, it's just a game.
I did not say fucker. I said fogging.
No, you said
said
fogging.
fucking.
Yeah,
okay,
did. You did. We're going to go back. I will find the time in the show around 21-minute mark.
Okay.
Get back to that.
We will.
Yeah. Fucking.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it's going to be.
That's
the name of the episode. Fucking.
Fickle.
Fucking. A Brandon fogging story.
Fickle.
Brandon.
Hey, Daniel Bryan.
Brandon fogs over Lita.
That'd just be the title of the episode right there. Brandon fucking over Lita.
Okay. Proceed.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. All right, next on the thing we had Miz and Shane. We all got it wrong.
That was surprising to me.
I should have went with Usos like I originally thought, but I did not.
Yeah, that was weird.
Oh, well. So Usos won. It was on Miz hit the skull-crushing finale, and he just kind of rolled him to the side and got the pin.
Yep.
And then he threw a fit, and they did their bro, and we love each other, and walked to the back. We're like, all right, when's this going to happen?
They'll fight at Mania.
And then, what was it, SmackDown or Raw? He told him, calm down, Miz, leave. Mm-hmm. Just go home. And then they announced, do you think it's legit or not? Because it came out of nowhere that Maurice, they're having their second baby. I'm like, that was random.
That was kind of random.
That was weird, yeah.
You think it's going to come out that Shane McMahon, he's a genetic Jackhammer Jr. That might have to be the name of the episode. Genetic Jackhammer Jr.
It would be awesome, but I just don't think they're there on that storyline. Yeah. It would be cool though. It would.
I'm thinking about that. Genetic Jackhammer Jr.
The new Mr. McMahon.
A story of Fawking.
Fogging.
A fogging story. I don't even know where to go with that. All right, next we had Daniel Bryan, which was the main. Daniel Bryan, AJ Styles, Jeff Hardy, Randy Orton, Samoa Joe, and Kofi Kingston. Samoa Joe was put out first. I think AJ put him out.
Yep.
And then Kofi, I believe, put out Hardy and Orton, didn't he?
Yeah. Yep.
And then Orton, I think, put out AJ again.
Yep.
And then Daniel Bryan put out Kofi, which at the end, we saw New Day run out, and they kind of sat there, and the WrestleMania sign looming over them, and it's like everybody wanted Kofi to win. I mean, you could see that.
Crowd was going
I think Vince saw it, and I hope he does something.
That crowd was hot. There's no doubt about that. That crowd was hot for that match.
Definitely not how the next day was, which was nuts. All right, Buddy Murphy on the pre-show beat Alora Tozawa.
Yeah, didn't see that one.
Nope. Ronda, boring. Ruby Riott.
Yeah, and that was
3 times they fought in a week.
Yeah,
terrible.
And then what? Becky came out, right? And Charlotte came out.
Yep.
Okay.
And then what? Becky hit Charlotte with a crutch or some shit.
She beat her with the crutch, and then she beat Ronda with the crutch. Yeah.
Was that on the Elimination Chamber, or was that
Raw? Yeah, it was Chamber.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
All right, and then Finn Balor beat Lashley and Leo Rush, but he covered Leo Rush.
Yep, he pinned Leo Rush
and
to win the title.
Lashley beat up Leo afterwards, but then the next day they're fine. Which was
no, they didn't. He didn't beat him up. He was like he was
just
pissed at him. Yeah, he didn't
Yeah.
beat him up. He just kind of scolded him. But it seems like they're
didn't he grab him? He didn't
yeah,
throw
he
him
was.
or anything?
Yeah, he was going to do
Oh, and he
something,
didn't?
and he did. And he
Oh,
put
okay.
him down. Yeah, he had him up and put him down.
And then, as we thought, we all got Baron Corbin right. He won the match over Braun Strowman because Drew McIntyre came out, Lashley came out.
Yeah,
I mean, it is what it is.
Yep.
So, something before we get into watching the match we're going to watch for Armageddon, I wanted to watch those videos on Sid Udy. So, we're going to pause it because it's a 7-minute video so that we can watch it. And then for those of you that want to follow this, you want to just give the backstory on Sid and Arn Anderson?
No, because I wasn't prepared for this.
I wasn't prepared either.
Arn stabbed him because he thought as in Arn, thought Sid was going to attack him. So he stabbed him with scissors in the abdomen.
So there's a 5-minute video. We're gonna watch. Actually, there's 12 minutes total. But Sid Udy talks about the Arn Anderson stabbing incident. It's about 5 minutes long. It's Hannibal TV on YouTube, and then we're gonna watch
Vader.
Leon
Yep.
talk about it, which is Vader, like you said, on what had happened. So YouTube, you can look up Sid Vicious on Arn Anderson stabbing incident, and then the other one, Vader, on Sid stabbing incident. Both Hannibal TV. So if you find that on YouTube, that is what you are looking for. We will be back in a moment. All right, so you guys got to see. I just watched it one time, both of them, and found it interesting. The whole Sid Udy incident, Psycho Sid, or Sid Justice, and Arn Anderson. Basically, to kind of recap it, Sid, they were all drinking. They were back at the hotel, and then they made comments about Ric Flair basically needs to step aside.
Yep.
Sid did. Arn got pissed, hit him over the head with a beer bottle, and then he went to chase him down, went to his room, ripped off an arm of a chair, went and knocked on the door, and he was fumbling around, and then Sid threw the chair limb and walked away, and then out comes Arn, stabs him with a pair of scissors, and then he just clocks him once, knocks him out pretty much, and then he thought about stabbing him, and I think he said he did stab him, but
That's what he said, but it didn't happen.
it didn't happen because he doesn't remember shit after getting stabbed.
If you hear a lot of interviews with Sid, and just like this one here, a lot of it's, I mean, I'm not saying it wasn't. Obviously, he got stabbed, but a lot of it's shit. It really is. So,
I believe Leon or Vader's story quite a bit because he detailed it.
Yeah.
He's like, you could just, every time his heart would beat, a nickel size, because he didn't exaggerate, it's a nickel size, how big a
Right.
nickel is, worth of blood comes out. So he put his thumb in him until the police got there, or ambulance, to take care of him because he would have died. He probably would have died.
yep.
I saw on here 2 articles that Arn Anderson got stabbed 20 times, lost a pint of blood.
Yeah, but they said there was not. Well, but we don't know what the real story is.
Yeah, we don't know what the real story is, but I'm just saying what I just read about. Also, listen,
Because there's different stories there. It sounds like from Vader's perspective that Arn, if Sid would have died because he got stabbed right there, Arn would be facing murder charges,
Right.
which is insane.
Right.
Kind of interesting, kind of hard to see. Yeah, there are, because we were talking about real life beefs last Sunday, and
Yeah.
and this is one that was legit over a comment. We've heard like Brett knocked Vince out after he screwed him over after the screw job.
Right.
Can you think of any other ones where there was backstage altercations that were kind of brought up that weren't at the surface?
Well, yeah. Whoever, it was the dude in Mexico that got stabbed and killed. It was in the shower. Oh man, or maybe it was Puerto Rico. Can't remember what it was, but yeah, that was someone that was quite well known in the wrestling and the wrestling business, and he ended up getting stabbed and killed in a shower in Puerto Rico after some match down there.
Well,
I can't remember who it is
Dino
right
Bravo
now.
got killed by the mob, all that shit.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Actually, he looks like he would be right in the
Dino
mob.
Bravo, yep. It wasn't surprising to me either. I know, Brandon, what's your take on all of it?
I think it's crazy. I mean, like I said, we watched the video, and then I just read that, what I just read, and we don't know the full story, I guess you can say. I mean, we've all seen, Sid Vicious talk, whether it's on live TV or it's doing a documentary. So, we don't know, but if he got stabbed, if Arn Anderson got stabbed 20 times, I mean, damn. Like, Sid must have just blacked out and just went crazy. But, I don't know. Crazy story.
It was Bruiser Brody. That's who was
Yeah,
stabbed.
That's who it was?
Yeah, Bruiser Brody. Yeah.
Damn, I didn't realize that.
Yep. Fellow wrestler and Booker asked him to step into the shower to discuss business. They started scuffling, then he got stabbed. And all the wrestlers came to help him, but since it was Puerto Rico and it took forever, it took the paramedics an hour to get there. So, and since he was so big, they couldn't lift him.
Yeah.
So he ended up dying.
I remember that. It was like last year or 2 years ago.
Yeah, that was 1988. So no, it wasn't 2 years ago.
Okay, then no, I'm sorry. I'm
Or
sorry.
30 years ago.
I'm sorry. It was brought up
You were still sucking on
last
the teeth
year.
at that time,
It was
buddy.
brought up last year by Bruce Pritchard. That's what I was getting mistaken by.
You know where Bruiser Brody was born?
Toledo.
Detroit.
Yeah. But yeah, I remember. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, 1988. Because I remember watching. When you got me hooked on something to wrestle with, Bruce was talking about 30-year anniversary was coming up.
You're welcome.
You are. Yeah, I thank you because you brought it up like 3 years ago or 2 years ago, and now
Do you listen to 83 Weeks?
I
love
so
Bischoff.
I gotta catch up.
What song
but-
is he coming out to right now?
It's his older one. It was the one that he broke into.
Time to play the game.
No. This is the one with the weird music.
This ain't Motorhead.
This isn't
right?
my time.
No, this isn't Motorhead.
This
This
isn't
is
my
before,
time.
This is
either.
the one before Motorhead he has for the next how many ever. Yeah, this is the one he came in with China after
Oh,
DX.
that's right. Yeah.
And speaking of that, we didn't mention that DX is the first entrant into the WWE Hall of Fame this year.
I mean, I think it's on our notes, but yeah, we can talk about it now. Yeah.
Oh, well, I figured it would have
ahead.
been because, I think they announced it, on Tuesday or Wednesday? I think it was Tuesday, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think it was Tuesday it came out, so it should have been after our SmackDown stuff since, SmackDown runs on Tuesday.
That is very true.
I don't even remember this song, to be honest with you, because My Time was one of my favorite songs of his that he came out to.
What's
Yeah,
that?
no, this is the weird music.
Yeah, this is a what's all this one? Yeah. I remember this.
Yeah.
It just sounds a little different.
So anyways, DX with China. So China is getting inducted into the Hall of Fame this year. Won't be by herself, but it will be with DX as a group. So everyone can stop bitching and moaning about that. If it was on your notes, great. We're going to get into it right now.
Well, yeah, the perfect discussion. So
Oh, sorry. Okay. I didn't know that.
I can read it, I guess.
No, that's
Gary,
okay.
if you
So
want
with
to.
the announcement of DX going into the Hall of Fame, do you think that it's for China, or will she get her individual honor one day despite all the obstacles, as Triple H says?
She will one day, but it's not going to be. That's why they're doing it now. She deserves to get in. She's getting in, but yeah, it won't be individual. And I think I don't remember if I tagged you guys in that or if I sent it to you earlier in the week when they said that, or maybe I just commented on it on Twitter. I can't
I
remember.
think you
but
commented.
The guy goes, the guy said, everyone wants China in the WWE Hall of Fame. She finally gets in with DX and everyone bitches. That's a typical wrestling fan. And it is. It's true. I mean, everyone you can never make everyone happy. I think this is great in my opinion. I mean, she should get in obviously as an individual, and I understand it's not right. It's not really the right time for that, but they're getting her in.
You suck.
Don't talk about Brandon
You
like that.
suck.
Are they doing it yet or no?
No.
No. Did you like that? Rakishi's there. I did it for The Rock.
Brother.
I did it for the people. Yeah, Kurt Angle, he's the champ now, isn't he? Yeah.
Yeah.
Champ, so this is for the title. You got him, Rikishi. We're watching Hell in the Cell from Armageddon 2000. Rikishi, Triple H, Kurt Angle. What do we got? Stone Cold, Dwayne.
And
Who else is in this, Brandon?
oh,
Stone Cold, Dwayne.
Yeah,
oh,
Undertaker.
Taker.
Yeah, Taker.
Duh.
comes out
The
on the
American
bike.
Badass. Yeah.
So, to go into the next part of that perfect discussion from Jeremy, which version of DX was your favorite? I'm probably biased in my answer because HBK was his all-time favorite. I agree with you, Jeremy. Mine too. Plus, I always rooted for the heels growing up, so the first version was so much better in my opinion. They did whatever they wanted, and the fans couldn't stand them. The newer version, New Age Outlaws and X-Pac, became fan favorites after a while, so of course I didn't care for them as much. But invading WCW was an all-time classic.
My favorite is the one going in, because that's what I grew up with. I was a little bit too young for the Shawn Michaels. So what, the big group that's going in with the New Age
I don't
Outlaws.
see him on a bike. They said he's on a bike.
I thought he comes out on a bike on this one. That makes sense that he wouldn't because he can't drive around the ring. But this is
Good point.
this, I mean,
He just drives into the fence.
this is the American Badass. So I wonder how many. You'd have to look at that. How many pay-per-views that he didn't come in on a bike during this time?
That's a good
Because I
point.
bet this would probably be one of the only ones.
I agree.
I would think at least.
Brandon?
Probably, yeah. Mine is, the one that's going in. I started watching right after Shawn Michaels retired the first time in 98. Early on 98.
Because he lost a smile.
Yeah, because he lost his smile. So, I mean, this is what I remember, obviously, with Triple H, China, and then on March, I think it was 31st, when X-Pac made his debut in the DX. And then the New Age Outlaws came in. So that's what I remember. So, obviously, going on 2005, 2006 when they came back and it was just Triple H and Shawn Michaels. Obviously, that was hilarious. You have Shawn Michaels kind of being the what's the word I'm trying to think of, conservative, and Triple H was still being rambunctious. So that was kind of funny.
That was funny.
It was funny.
I did like that. All of Sean's stuff. Hey, Sean, what's over there?
Yeah,
that
exactly.
was great.
Mr. Fuji.
I always thought that was really good. They had some. They had really good ones when they did come back in 06. So it's really awesome though to see them getting in, like I said, and obviously same thing with China. So it's good. It's really good for DX. And you know what? When I saw that, I was like, they're not already in. That was my first thought. I was like, wait a second, they're not in as a faction.
Right. Well, that's the same thing with I can relate because I thought The Rock was already in, but I guess not.
No, and mine would be same as his. You've got. I like the original with China, Triple H, and Shawn Michaels. They just did whatever they wanted. I just agree with Jeremy. I love Shawn Michaels. I was watching, like I told you guys, 94 is when I started with wrestling in general. So, watched all the way through Michaels' years, the Bret Hart coming up, Stone Cold coming on, Triple H coming in, and then, of course, the Monday Night Wars, WCW with Hogan, when he was a face, and then the Faces of Fear when he fought them, and the Taskmaster, and everyone going on there. So, for me, the original with Michaels, Triple H, and China, they were fun. Like when you'd watch them, I don't know if I'm sure you've seen it on the network, and you may have watched it back then, when Michaels would put the Canadian flag in his nose, and so it's like running around.
Like use it as a towel in between his legs and wipe it between his legs. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, the one though when it's in his nose, because I think Bret Hart's in a match and he's out there with because he'd always bring the Canadian flag out and he would just stick it in his nose. He's like running around and everything.
Yeah.
So
it's hilarious.
As we cover this, I mean, we'll all be watching. We can jump in at any time. I'll go into the Jason debate. Which current wrestler deserves a Stone Cold Stunner and why?
This was a tough one. I saw when he gave us this. I was thinking about this.
I've only read two things here. It was this and the last one. So this is all going to be new to me.
I would say Brock. I think Brock would deserve a Stone Cold Stunner.
Yeah.
And I say that because he needs to make up his mind if he's going to keep doing this or not. But I'm getting sick and tired of seeing him with the title. So he could use a stunner and lose the title if Austin could still wrestle.
Right. Brandon?
Yeah, Brock's good. I don't know. Baron Corbin.
Why?
Yeah, he's annoying.
You're annoying. I don't want to see you get a stunner.
I don't care about your opinion.
You should.
At least on that.
I would say Michael Cole because I'm done listening to him. And there's rumors of him maybe being done with commentating soon. We'll see. I don't know how true that is. So please address the rumor mill. Did Crandall's Quality Lawn Care pull their sponsorship because Brandon dropped an F-bomb on last week's podcast? Well,
probably.
Crandall's Quality Lawn Care is still with us. They are not serving. Where was this? Where was
the
today's
science class?
Oh yeah, fucking idiot, son of a bitch. No, he's still a sponsor.
And Brandon almost dropped another F-bomb. He said Fawking.
Yeah, we got
apparently, that. I said Foggy, but apparently I said Fawking.
No, you did. We're going to rewind. It's going to be Genetic Jackhammer Jr., a story of Fawking, a story about Fawking.
How are we going to spell that? F-A-W-K?
I-N-G. That's exactly what I was going with.
Perfect.
So, I like it, Brandon.
Alrighty.
All right, you guys touched on the SmackDown title belt, but confirm which current belt, any WWE brand, is your favorite? Current belt.
Current belt. Probably the IC.
I was about to say the white strap.
Yeah, I was going to say Intercontinental.
I like the, because it's different. You look above, the cruiserweight.
That's funny. That's a nice, like you said, they have
we got them both hanging up. The white IC and the purple cruiserweight. It's different.
All time for me is the hardcore title, but that's all
the wing title just beat up. I like the NWO title, which is up there too. I like the briefcase.
I like the briefcase title.
So speaking of which, I bought Grayson more wrestlers. So now he's got Red AJ and Blue AJ is what he calls them.
Okay.
He knows all their names, by the way.
Good.
Roman Reigns,
Good.
John Cena, Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, and he has Dana Brooke. He bought Dana because she had a briefcase. So he likes wrestling with Dana, and he has Kane. So those are his 8 wrestlers
Kane?
right now. Kane.
Good.
So he likes them. And what we do is we have a little ring. So we each get 2 at a time, and we stand on 2 opposing sides of the ring. So all 4 sides are taken. We have to push the ropes down and just basically shoot them in the air. And if they fly out of the ring, they're out. So it's like a Royal Rumble, but not doing it. So it's fun. And he's like, I win. You know, I try to shoot it higher so that it just flies out of the ring eventually. But it's fun for him to do that, and the fact that he knows the wrestlers now and he wants to watch it on Mondays and Tuesdays is just fun. I'm like, parenting win.
Yep, that's right.
Indirectly got him into it, and of course he was on SmackDown, passed out, which is okay.
Yep, that's right.
So as he gets older, we'll go back. So we've done this before in an earlier podcast. Listen to the archives, but please name the most recent WWE merchandise you have purchased. As for me, I picked up. What did you get, Jason? Well, he picked up a vintage Jim Cornette action figure at the local antique store.
And you know what? That is 100% truth. I personally guarantee it.
Double mayo.
Go ahead.
I don't know.
Double cheese.
There you go. One more. What, me?
Yeah, finish it.
Oh, no. I'm letting Brandon. That's Brandon's time to shine. He's doing well.
Mayo, double cheese. Finish it.
Come on, Brandon.
I forget the rest.
Double bacon.
Double bacon, yeah.
Motherfucker. Motherfucker.
I forget the double bacon. Yeah, that's right.
You can add whatever you want. You don't have to do exactly like that. You can just add random shit in there.
Well, you said one more, so I thought I was missing one.
I'll give you my pumpkin spice latte with my pumpkin spice cereal. Maybe they'll come out with pumpkin spice milk. Motherfucker.
That pumpkin spice cereal was delicious, by the way.
God damn.
I could just picture you eating it, like not even in a bowl, just right out of the box.
Do you use that mug?
Absolutely.
I love it. So what?
Absolutely.
Rikishi just threw rock into the cage. You got Taker, and Rikishi just got drop kicked from the inside to the outside by Kurt Angle.
Is this when he falls off into the dump
Yes,
truck?
that's why you wanted to watch this.
Of course, that's why I
Thanks for
wanted to
ruining
watch
it.
this. Yeah, good job, Brandon.
What about you, Bear? Any recent
Never seen
merchandise?
this before. No. Nope.
No. I'm a bad fan.
I think the last thing I bought were one of my Stone Cold shirts. I think that was about it.
I don't think I've ever bought anything it's always.
This was in the Slam crate, by the way.
Yeah, it's always when we go to Toledo, we'll buy something. But no, I haven't ever.
I skipped the line because
shop.
Their merchandising sucks. How they line that up there in Toledo. That's why they need to get EES or ESS to do that. Yeah,
I need to get a what shirt, but
what?
Exactly.
I have one. Just get it on like eBay or something.
Right here.
Get it for like $20.
What? This came in a Slam crate. $30 every 2 months.
There you
Get
go.
you a Slam crate. By the way, that will be my next that comes. I know Chris Jericho is the figure that comes in this one. Classic Chris Jericho. I don't know what else is coming in the crate, but that's where these posters came from. Some of the other things, all the little title stuff. It's pretty fun. But yeah, that Sasha one, like you said, he would want that Sasha one that I got that figure.
You could probably try to sell it to him. Maybe he'll try to buy it.
Nah, I'm gonna keep them all. But I'm trying to think for me, probably just those figures for Grayson, and then the belts that are just hanging up above here. That's probably it for me. I think that cruiserweight's the one I bought recently, and then I bought the heavyweight title, which Grayson has.
Triple H bleeding already.
Getting his head rubbed against the cage by Stone Cold.
It's nice.
All right, next one. Brandon, need not answer this question. Don't want the visual. If you were a wrestler today, what wrestling gear would you wear? Hey, Brandon, I want to hear. You need to answer.
Not those tights. I'll tell you that right now. Probably what the Undertaker's wearing. You don't want to see this with just that on.
I can see you wearing what Earthquake used to wear, or Rikishi right now.
Or what Bastion Booger wore. Can you wear that?
No, it'd probably be the Undertaker. That or Samoa Joe.
I think I'd wear sweatpants.
Really, I'd probably wear Mankind. Yeah, Mankind. Yeah, sweatpants.
Like not Mankind sweat, but like nice sweatpants, classy. Like the ones like the Under Armour ones I have on. I'd wear these. They're nice and athletic.
Possibly.
I wouldn't
like
wear
Rock
and
I
Jordan.
like Rock 98, 97.
Yeah,
the Rock in Miami stuff.
Yeah, the jumpsuit or whatever.
Yeah,
the
but
jumpsuit.
but in like with like now today's style, not that. And
I
then
still would.
and then probably definitely Jordans, like Shane. I'd wear Jordans.
Jordans,
Yeah,
okay.
you wear the pants that Shane wears too, and a jersey.
Yeah, that's.
I mean,
okay,
if
that's a good
I'm
one,
assuming if it's in our physical state now, yeah, I'd have to wear a jersey because I'm fat. If it was in,
shut up.
If it was in the, okay, well,
Gosh.
I'm not like you, but I'm out of shape. How
There
much
you
is
go.
that better? Still fat.
No, you're not. Shut up.
I'll put my gut right on you right now. So
I've got my 4-pack, so I'm happy. So I'll rock jeans. I'll be cool in jeans.
Congratulations.
Maybe a cutoff until we get the 6-pack.
yeah,
I think that would
Congratulations.
work for me.
Get
I'd
back
wear cut
and do
off.
that. So yeah, jersey until you get you get abs, and then you can not wear a shirt.
Can't like the 4 is cool, but dude, just getting the. I think. Did you ever have a 6? I've never had a
No.
6-pack. I have the 4, and I can have a 4, but dude, getting a 6-pack
Oh.
is nearly impossible.
I cannot. I shouldn't say I cannot because I can. I don't want to eat healthy enough to
No,
do that.
I'm with you.
I like to
That's
eat
why I don't.
shitty and just work out so I can keep a half decent lean
Yeah.
figure to where it'll never be a 6-pack ever again. But at least it's not like large. Now it's just kind of sloppy. Getting love handles. It's not good. Need to get back to the gym and start working out and stop eating
Stunner
fast
to
food.
Kurt Angle.
Stone Cold gonna get a choke slam?
I'm about to.
Maybe. All right.
Here it is. See ya.
All right. So next one, after the presumed upcoming Scott Steiner podcast, are we doing that?
You want to do that next week?
Yeah, we can do that.
We can do that next week.
So what is it? All going to be dedicated to Scott Steiner?
Yep. Next week will be just a Scott Steiner wrestling podcast.
Peaks and freaks.
You good?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that the one where we're just gonna watch a big long montage on random shit that Scott Steiner says?
Yes.
Yes, please.
Okay.
That'll be what we watch. And then, so 2 weeks after, we're going to watch
That'll be the No Way Out 04.
No Way Out. Is it 04?
Yeah. We just didn't
Yeah.
do that. We were gonna do it this week and we didn't.
I had
because
no idea that
yeah,
they're
I know.
doing it.
And I forgot about it until they posted it on Friday, and I texted you. I was like, shit. I go, I forgot they're doing that. We're gonna have to push it, or Sunday, I think. I can't remember what day it was last week, but we said, oh, we're gonna have to push this back. So
When Eddie won his first title.
What do you guys think about like kind of sticking to like the time frame? Around like last week we did St. Valentine's Day Massacre because it was what was it, February 13th or something.
So we can pick one from
But-
that many years ago?
Yeah,
but
But we
that's what
have
they
to-
do.
well, I mean, yeah, but
You're just following in their footsteps. You gotta do.
Not really.
You're just going around.
So maybe what we'll do, this is what I like, because I think he's starting something
because we
here.
can pick a Raw, we
Well,
can pick
yeah.
a SmackDown, we can pick anything. We get WCW, event. It doesn't matter. I'm just saying.
Well, I think
It's up to you
I
guys.
think
I'm
the
just-
random picks, I like that we're doing that.
Either random picks or just like kind of stick
But I
to
think something we also need to do is, you know what, Jason, but I should let Jeremy pick it next time. So we'll do Scott Steiner next week, and then No Way Out 04, Vince. Is that wood chips? Yep.
And he's got the cane too. It's
So we'll do Scott Steiner next week, then No Way Out, and then maybe the following week we'll do another wrestler.
yeah.
Maybe switch it up every other week for a little bit. Tell Jeremy give us a wrestler.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Jeremy give us a wrestler, and we'll just do fun. I don't care who it is. We'll just say basically the show is dedicated to that. So the questions from them need to come to that about that person.
Yep.
The stuff from Jason, they can throw random stuff in there. We'll still do our SmackDown recap,
Yeah.
Raw, AEW. So if they want to have any other questions in there, that's fine. But we want to see stuff about those wrestlers too. So lastly here, since Ryan is great at impersonating Vince and Gary is great at Stone Cold, I don't know where he got that from. But would you guys role play and reenact a Vince and Stone Cold argument? And Brandon, I might need you for this one because I think you would do a better Stone Cold than I would.
I think Nick does the best Stone Cold.
What? Oh wait.
I can't do. I can't do it.
Stone Cold, you're fired.
What?
You're fired. Don't flip me off, you dirty son of a bitch.
I don't know about you, but there's about 15,000 people calling you a jackass right now.
That was like that was like a Booker T.
Yeah, see, I can't do a Stone Cold impression.
Five time. Give me
That
a
was-
goddamn Miller Lite.
Oh, here comes Mick Foley too, coming right out.
Brandon, where's my Miller Lite, damn it?
Yeah, exactly.
Give me a Miller Lite. Vince,
I'm just rolling around in the beer bath.
double finger, I was done.
I'm not gonna leave them in there. This guy have a hard hat on for? Mick Foley came out and he's arguing with all the Stooges now. Now he's
Patterson,
beating Patterson and
Briscoe.
He's gonna hit McMahon next. Yep. And Vince has a cane. Hard hat guy just ran away.
Apparently, you need a hard hat to drive that vehicle.
Apparently, Foley was huge.
I mean, Foley's thick. Oh, and there all the cops kicking him out. Security taking out McMahon.
This is my show, damn it.
I own this damn place.
I own the WWF.
You gotta love Vince. Now they're starting to crawl out, which means people are going to the top.
All right. So let's go into some other thoughts as we see this happen. So these were final thoughts and discussion. Corey Graves and Carmella situation. So what came out earlier this week was Corey Graves, his wife posted on Twitter basically that he was having an affair with Corey Graves, or was having an affair with Carmella. But then more information came out that they've been going through a divorce for like 6 months. And he's been with Carmella for, like a couple months now. So
I have no
it's
idea
been
about
legit.
that.
So I think his soon-to-be ex-wife is absolutely insane. If what I read was true.
Sounds like she's jealous.
Well, my wife thought that Corey Graves just cheated on his wife. So my wife is not a Carmella fan anymore. But I'm going to have to inform her of that, latest detail that I didn't know of. So
yeah, it basically came out he's not cheating. He was not caught cheating on his wife.
Okay.
There was, because like I read something about it, and it was weird to see like that. And I know, Barry, you can tell us how you kind of feel about Corey Graves.
He sucks. I mean, I don't think he's great. Like, he's just annoying. He's trying to be good, and I don't think it's just natural. Yeah, he's just trying too hard, it feels like. I don't know, maybe that's just me.
You think some of that's because of Vince telling him to be like that, or you think that's actually him?
Oh, I'm sure it's probably Vince and them telling him to be like that. But, yeah, that's... the way he acts, or the way he talks, the way he... kind of pushes everything a little bit too hard. It's like too much, too over the top. It feels like when Jerry Lawler would do it, or Bobby the Brain would do it, or any of those, like, it felt natural, It doesn't feel natural with Corey. Like, the other people do, obviously. Michael Cole, Renee Young, Morrow. I love Morrow now. I don't know why. I mean, I understand why he does NXT, right?
Right.
Yeah, NXT. But I think he was great on SmackDown.
I think
he's great
too.
in general.
Yeah.
He should be, like, if Michael Cole does leave, he should take over for Michael Cole, because I think he's great.
Right, Morrow, I agree. So what happened here is Graves, his wife is Amy Polinsky, her soon-to-be ex-wife, separated for months, according to what Graves actually hinted at on Sam Roberts' podcast. If you ever listen to that, he's the curly-haired guy. He's pretty good. And they've been in the process of divorce for 6 months, and he's been living in a different home for 2 of those months. So before she deleted her Instagram, fans pointed out that she hasn't mentioned Graves on Instagram in several months, and the last hint they were together was around Evolution in October. And Graves informed Polinsky over the weekend that he was seeing someone else, and that their relationship began after he moved out of their home. And upon learning about this relationship is when she decided to go public about cheating allegations. So you can see the text messages and everything that she tried to say that he was caught cheating. And he indirectly referenced this in that Polinsky podcast about his divorce. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. I think she was pissed off and tried to call it out. So it was pretty controversial, and it was a big deal for him because it was right before he went on Raw. Yeah. And he's on Raw and Smackdown.
Right.
So that was big, and fans were giving him shit, which sucks because they don't know the full story. And you know what? I'm happy for him because he's got Carmella. So I hate him.
Yeah, I mean, what are you going to do with that one? But, yeesh. Man, I tell you what, I don't know, what does his wife look like? What does soon-to-be ex-wife look like? Do they have pictures or no?
She's pretty decent looking.
Is she?
She's had like 3 kids.
Okay. Well, if it makes him happy. If it makes him happy.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Oh, that's what was happening. At an Elimination Chamber, fans were chanting his name during a match featuring Carmella, ensuring that he remained the story. he tried to commentate on the action as normal. So you got to give him credit. Young brutally bit back and said, "I'm just out here looking out for everybody. World champion of love," is what she called Corey Graves. Oh, my God.
That's good, right?
Corey Graves chants and Renee Young yelling, "Corey, the world champion of love." Here, you hear. Let's see if you can hear this.
That's good, though.
They cut it off. That is hysterical. So
that's good. That's what they need to do. That's what they do. That's what announcers and all that do anyways. They're supposed to give each other crap, especially in real life stuff. That's funny.
Yeah, so, fans booed him. So he had to go through some hard shit, even if he, did that. I'm sure he might have been talking to her, but, they separated. It is what it is. So I feel for the guy. That shit kind of sucks when you go through that. But
it's life.
It is life.
That's how that works.
By the way, this is his wife.
Was his wife.
Was his wife. And she has 3 kids.
Yep.
So let's just throw that out there.
That's going to be some money.
Right. So, yeah, should be interesting. All right, next.
Is everyone bleeding in this match?
What happens with Kofi? Do they push? Do you think they push him? Does he get a title? Should he get one?
I don't think they will. Jesus, that would have taken
Trash can
his
hit
head
the car.
off.
Oh my gosh.
Stone Cold with the heavy duty trash. It's like a waste bin. It's like a waste barrel. That one would have hurt.
These cars from the 1989 Batman movie.
I don't know.
Speaking of which, Batman, the new Batman might be Armie Hammer.
Arm and Hammer?
Yeah.
Arm and Hammer?
Armie Hammer.
All right.
Lone Ranger. Johnny Depp, he was the Lone Ranger, Armie Hammer. And he was in The Man from U.N.C.L.E., English actor.
No, I don't know.
Looks like he could be a Bruce Wayne Batman. So he's our age, 32.
The Lone Ranger, the guy who was the Lone Ranger?
Yeah, with Johnny Depp as Tonto.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Armie Hammer. But back to this. So does Kofi get a title?
Yes.
Should he get the title?
Yes.
Should he? Yes. Will he? No.
Okay. Do you think they continue to push him? Or does this fall by the wayside like most stuff Vince does?
It shouldn't, but I think it will.
Do you think he's getting out of touch now that he's 74? Should he just hand it over to Triple H?
Oh, not yet.
No.
Not yet?
No, I think. Oh, should he? Maybe, but he's in it till he's dead. We all know that.
Yeah. Do you like how he's kind of easing Triple H into this? Like,
yeah, I mean,
I think he's starting to see like we need to compete with AEW before they get here, and so he's letting Triple H. Like Triple H is a very brilliant man. And what he's doing, what he's done with NXT is just insane. Jeez.
That was a nasty chair shot from Angle to Undertaker.
Good
Holy
Lord.
crap.
So how'd they get out of the cell anyway?
The truck pulled the door off.
Uh,
Vince didn't want him locked in, so the truck pulled the door off.
That's awesome.
Now they're going to start climbing to the top.
All right, what is going on with Undertaker? So Starrcast 2, he's going to be on that with Conrad.
Yep.
Which we are going to listen to. And it coincides with AEW.
Yep,
So
but
it's
it's just
taking bookings without WWE.
But it's just an appearance. He said he's retired from wrestling.
Yeah, that's what I saw as well, that he is retired. So it's just an appearance, just for them to get more, money and ticket sales, going, because Undertaker's going to be there. And, whether he's wrestling or not, you're still going to go watch The Undertaker. So
Yeah, you're going to show up.
Oh, for Starrcast, yeah. So next one, name a current or former wrestler who is a closet favorite of yours. And I came up with this, and I'll tell you why. I'll just go with mine first then. So
yeah,
Mark Henry, I don't know if you saw after Elimination Chamber, they had the little thing on Mark Henry.
Yeah, I gotta watch
it. It was really good about how because he was the world's strongest man, legit, won the competition, came into WWE first, was in the nation, did all this stuff. He says Dwayne The Rock Johnson helped him out tremendously, is one of the best human beings, took him under his wing essentially and helped him out and get where he is. I always closet loved Mark Henry. Basically, when he came out to somebody about to get the ass kicked.
That was pretty cool.
He was just a badass.
Yep.
And when they find, I remember my favorite segment of his is when I legit thought he was going to retire. Came out in a suit, was going to retire. Cena basically...
wasn't he in a pink or orange suit?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then Cena shook his hand and congratulated him, and then he did the world's strongest slam. He's like, I ain't done yet. And just basically got him. And then Big Show, who's one of his good friends, texted me and says, you had me, man. I was crying. I thought you were done. And I was like, that was one of my favorite, because I thought it was legit. I'm like, no, it's a work. No, it's legit. Shit, he's done. He's a heel, just retiring. And I'm like, or is it a work? I loved Mark Henry as a heel, man. He was awesome. Sexual Chocolate, he was good.
That was fun. He's funny.
With the if you watch that, you got to watch that on the network about Mark Henry. He's like, we're going to do this, and she's going to give birth to a hand. And he's like, so what's the point of the hand? It's a hand, damn it. And I'm like, okay.
You know what Vince told him when I think you probably saw it, because I think they said it. He said, I'm going to go do the world's strongest man. He's like, Vince was like, well, you better win, because I don't want the second strongest man.
It was pretty good. Yeah, check that out if you haven't. What about you guys? Closet favorite?
I don't know. I might have to think about this and talk to you guys next week, because this is a good question.
You've got probably another 20 minutes to think about it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll get back.
I mean, I don't know if it was a closet favorite, but Val Venus was always one of my favorites back in the day.
That's a closet favorite. That's good.
Yes. Okay.
I mean, I like Val Venus.
Somebody might not think is one of your favorites. Yeah.
Right.
Godfather was my... Yeah, Godfather.
Or Val Papa Venus. Shango.
No, not Papa Shango. No, definitely Godfather. Yeah. I mean,
Good Father.
Kama was cool. I liked his character Kama in The Nation.
Or that was Kamala, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was Kamala. Kama was in The Nation.
I fucked that up. I messed that up many ago. Come on, when Rock did that.
Yep. But Val Venus. Let's see, who else would have been?
I used to call him Pal Penis. I don't know why. When I was a kid, Pal Penis. I think I was 12. Thought it was funny.
I mean, it would have been probably when it almost made me chuckle for a second. I'm not 12. I'm 6. So it's different.
You're like, what's it? Pal Penis.
Pal Penis. I don't get it.
By the way, they're on top of the cage. Kurt,
I'm waiting for Rikishi's fat ass to get up here. There he is. Oh,
here he comes.
There he is. Yep. Jesus, how's that cage holding up? I think Taker's the one that throws him off.
Yeah, he just basically pushed him and he falls dead into the truck.
Yeah. I wonder how many times they practiced that one.
I think he was scared to take it, wasn't he?
I knew that they had to
his hair looks like Odell Beckham. It's ramen noodles. Ramen noodles on the top of his head.
I mean, the fact that he just got up there, like trying to throw him a chair.
Who's throwing it to him?
The timekeeper. No, the timekeeper's getting booed. There it is. Now I got cheered. Taker with a chair up on top, looking for angle.
Brandon, anybody?
Rikishi was one of mine too, man.
He was fun.
I did like Val Venus when...
oh, God. Square in the head.
Yeah, I liked Val Venus when I was younger. Like I said, Godfather. Gold Dust. Yeah.
Oh. Dude, that chair shot to angle.
Yeah, I don't care who you are. That hurts, man.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Notice how he's walking on the bars because he's so fat?
Yeah, I can't walk on this.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Brandon, what about current? Anybody you like current closet? Not closet, but just who people might not think you really like?
I mean, I think I've already mentioned Dolph. I like Dolph.
Yeah. I mean, I think we all like Dolph because he's like the classic.
He hasn't been around lately, has he?
He has not.
He has not. He might be going to AEW. We'll see. Who's your current favorite?
Current favorite?
Stone Cold.
I'll always be Stone Cold.
I mean, no mine's AJ Styles.
Yeah. I like AJ Styles. Not my favorite.
I mean, mine's just Cena, just because I've been a Cena fan since day one.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Is it coming?
Oh, it's coming.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, Cena, yes. But,
yes, he's trying to walk the...
Yep.
He doesn't want to...
He's walking the beams.
But he rarely wrestles anymore.
Oh, God, this is going to be nuts.
I do like Daniel Bryan, though.
Ugh. Sorry about that.
Ricochet, I love. Velveteen Dream, I just can't wait for it to come up.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be awesome. Gargano, all those guys in NXT are fun. But somebody might not think, like Aleister Black's growing on me. He started growing on me in NXT. Just watching his roundhouse kicks, it was badass. And now that you said that, Rusev. I like Rusev. Here it's coming.
Yep. Keish going. Yep. All right. Get your balance.
Yeah,
He knows where he's at. He's good. Get your balance. I think it's like kind of a choke slam, isn't it? Yeah.
it's just like a
Yeah.
shove.
It's a choke. It's a choke push off right now. Everyone knows it's coming too. Right under the truck. Look at everyone's watching. He's dead. He's dead. He's broken in half.
Is his mouth like quivering?
Stone Cold face. Oh shit. No, my brother.
That had to hurt like a motherfucker.
He's a big man.
Almost looked like he fell on chipped beef.
Oh yeah, that felt good.
Just limp.
No, there had to be a whole bunch of like mattresses and shit under there. It wasn't. That's not all wood chips. That's just what they'd put in there.
His mouth's just shaking.
They had to suck though to like wash off all that wood chips, you know.
Oh yeah.
Oh, especially they got probably stuck up his ass.
No, definitely.
All right, Brandon.
I think Brandon would have picked them out for him.
Probably. Brandon. What?
That's what you get for not paying attention.
Any wrestler, Brandon?
What? I said I agreed with Bear. John Cena.
No, like other wrestlers.
Can you pick a wrestler that
Dude,
neither of us
might not
have picked?
Today, okay.
Just pick one. Anybody.
I
Just
like
name
Elias.
one.
I like Finn Balor.
There
I
you
like
go.
Elias. Well, Finn Balor's a
Yeah,
top star.
I like Elias. Yeah,
I like Elias, yeah.
I like Elias as a face. I don't know how much I like him as a heel.
He's funny as a heel, though.
Better as a heel, definitely.
He's
He is
funny
good
as
as a
he's
face,
funny. He's
too.
funny as a face.
What about J.E. double
Yeah,
F?
J.E.
Like the Miz. The Miz is
Miz.
he's always been
He's a
up
good
there.
one. All right.
This is good. Yes.
All right, so here's some fun facts about people and things going on. So Jake Hager, is going to fight T.J. Jones at Bellator 221.
Sorry. So Rock went to do the people's elbow and to go throw his arm guard in the crowd and just hits the cell.
Hold on, I missed that.
That was good.
We might have to rewind it because I missed it.
That was funny right there.
Oh, damn it. Sorry, we had to back up a little bit because I got to
Yeah,
see
right
this.
there. It was perfect. Just throws it right into the side of the cell. And I think one of the fans tried to catch it too. That's probably the best part. Someone out there.
So Jake Hager, will fight T.J. Jones, Bellator 221 on May 11th. Pretty interesting. His first fight there. And then also on May 11th is UFC 237 in Brazil. Anderson Silva's... What?
I think Swagger's already won a fight in Bellator.
Has he?
Yeah, I think he's already had one. I think this should be his second. I'm pretty sure he has.
Is he?
If not Bellator, it was another promotion.
I think it's his first one at Bellator.
Because he definitely has an MMA win under his belt. I know that. Let's see.
Oh, it's his return at Bellator. You're right. I didn't know that. Good to know. So, did you get to see his
Yeah.
first fight?
No, it was literally like, yeah, see, I knew this
Bellator 214, you're right.
Yeah, it was January 26th of this year. Yeah, he won
So,
by
yeah, last
submission.
month.
Yep.
Arm triangle choke.
No, I remember, I didn't watch it. I remember hearing him win. That's why I felt like that was fresh in my head, yeah. So, I didn't know he won by submission, though.
That's
awesome.
awesome.
I just know he won, so.
Pretty cool.
I mean, he's a hell of a wrestler.
And then Silva's fighting, what is it? Jared Cannonier. Is that right? In Brazil at UFC 237.
Has that been announced?
Yeah, it announced today on, when did they announce it? Tuesday? Wednesday? Somewhere in there?
It must be his retirement fight.
Yep. We talked about this. Chris Hemsworth was cast as Hulk Hogan
Yep.
for the upcoming biopic.
Yep.
We covered that on our show, Mr. Big Chest, a Colonel Sanders biopic. Also, so fun stuff. Other wrestlers, I'm just going to name some wrestlers. You tell me what their current job is since they are no longer wrestlers. Okay?
Okay.
Snitsky.
Investment banker. And Kurt Angle just won, by the way.
Rikishi is still not moved.
He's dead.
How did Kurt just win, by the way?
I think that Rock got a stunner, and Angle happened to crawl into the ring and just barely touch him while everyone else was down.
Wonderful.
You said Snitsky?
Yes.
Investment banker.
I have no idea. Stockbroker.
I like how he picks.
The exact same thing.
So this is fun.
Do you not have a mind of your own?
No.
He is actually A-Rod's bodyguard.
A-Rod?
go.
A-Rod's bodyguard.
Really?
Yes. Fun fact.
Wow.
Ted DiBiase Jr. What does he do?
Investment banker.
No, isn't he like a farmer or something?
No. He's an executive for collegeGarageSale.com, which is
He's a farmer.
books online. Eve Torres, what does she do?
No, a yoga instructor.
Eve Torres, actress.
Porn star.
I was kidding.
No, I was kidding.
I was gonna say that too.
I'm
I
totally
almost
kidding.
made me mad.
Brandon picks up his phone. Where? Pornhub. Also a sponsor of the show. I
Thank
wish.
you. I'm married.
If
but
they
thank
were a
you.
sponsor of the show, that would be amazing. Maybe we
would
should
be
reach out to
amazing.
them. I would happily say that we're sponsored by that.
I don't know if I want to follow him yet. Probably shouldn't do that.
Right.
On Twitter.
Right. So she is a successful party events manager.
No, there you go.
And our friend Haku.
I would assume retired. He's got
Thought
to
he
be old.
died.
No.
I guess. Okay. Because when he died.
Is he a bouncer in a club?
I have no idea.
He runs a car detail shop. As we know, he's no nonsense. And one thing I got here, which wouldn't surprise either one of you,
Cool.
he once beat up 7 cops trying to arrest him.
No, that doesn't surprise me at all.
Didn't you say he's one of the strongest?
He's one of the toughest. Yeah,
toughest
he's one
sons of
toughest
bitches out
guys.
there?
That's what they. Yeah, he was the one that almost pulled out someone's eye with his fingers or something.
he
yeah.
did?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's absolutely insane.
Yep. He was
crazy.
Yep. Absolutely crazy dude. Would not want to mess with him.
All right. So, what's our next fast lane we've got in a couple weeks?
When is that? March
Brandon, what's the date on that?
10th.
March 10th.
Is it?
Yes.
So literally 2 weeks. Great. So we got
Oh, that's also daylight savings time day. So
awesome. Wait, we got to spring forward, don't we?
yeah,
Yeah.
not awesome.
Not awesome.
Mike
We'll lose
awesome.
that hour.
Oh, he's dead.
Oh, damn it. Awesome sauce. So this is, what did we say, episode 56, Genetic Jackhammer Jr., a story about Fawking.
Fawking.
Apparently.
No, it is.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. We just said that.
A story about Fawking.
I'm saying okay.
Okay.
You know, when
All right.
when I stop recording this, we're going to go back to the 21-minute mark, and I'm going to show you that you said Fawking.
I said fogging.
We're going to show you.
We'll
Okay,
see.
so we're going to go back there. As always,
right.
thanks to our sponsors, Wes Anderson, of course, for Moments in Time. Give him a follow on Twitter at Songs by Wes, Wes Anderson Music on Facebook, All Wear Clothing, Crandall's Quality Lawn Care, Verizon, PNC, and Charlie's Dodge. As always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night.
Good fucking night, Brandon.
I said fogging.